In this video I'm going to be disassembling this Sanyo M4500. Well, the first thing I have to do is pull the plug, of course, and then make sure that there's no cassette inside. And the battery cover. There should be a screw. There's a screw right in there. And then there's a total of I think 6 more in the back here that need to come out. Like you can see here, the holes right there. And it looks like a total of 3 wires have to come off. There's 2 orange ones here. These are just the extra connectors if you want to hook up an external 300 ohm dipole antenna. And this white cable that comes from the single antenna here. So now that's it. Also in my unit there's a shield here which needs to be taken off. Normally this shield is, I think, you're screwed in, but evidently since somebody had been in the unit before, they never put it back together. And I don't have any screw here, so what I'm going, there it goes, just fell off now since it was just stuck. What I'm going to do is basically use a tie wrap and hold it in. I think this here goes like, then like this. This is a ground, like a little ground strap. Now these 2 wires now need to be unsoldered. These are actually the speaker wires. Now my unit, actually somebody has been into this unit before me. I can tell because they put in like a splice from the power supply to the main board. Now these 3 wires need to be removed. They're actually coming from the right hand side microphone. I've got the unit right now laying face down, so it's the left from the back, but actually it's the right from the front. So this red, black, and white wire, these wires have to be removed. I'm going to go ahead and unsolder these next. Next, these red and black wires need to be removed. This is coming from the power supply. This is the basically this is the B+ voltage. So you see there's a red wire and there's a black wire. It can either be removed right there or back here on the board. Now this here is not original. Somebody, whoever worked on this thing, put this in there, I guess, so they could run the unit at the same time while they were troubleshooting it. I guess it's kind of like an extension. It's probably easier if you actually maybe unsolder from there. Of course you have to remember where the wires go, and you got to do it. Of course the unit has to be unplugged too. So I'm going to leave this for now, and then when I put the unit back together I'm going to go ahead and replace the green and black with a red and black and make it somewhat shorter. Now I'm going to remove the chassis screws, and evidently there's a screw here and right down in this hole there's a screw, and over in this hole, and then going to the right here there's one down in here that holds the cassette mechanism down there, and that is a That's a flat head, and all the other ones are Phillips heads. And over here, I think there's a screw down. There's a hole down here, right down, hard to see, but right down there. And then there's down here, down behind this circuit board, there's a screw down there. And there's one, I believe, right here in the corner, right hand upper corner, and this one right here. That makes for a total of 8 screws. With that, the whole chassis should lift out then. You can see here I made myself a little bit of drawing, and I taped the screws to the drawing because this unit does have a lot of different screws and different size screws. Alright, there's actually an extra screw here. I just tried to pull the chassis out, but down in there's a hole here, and down in that hole there is another screw. So that makes for a total of 9 screws holding the chassis in, and it looks like it's starting to come out. So I finally got the screws out. Now you can see me trying to separate the chassis here, and there it goes. Then we need to remove these nuts right here holding the volume control, and I think this is bass and treble, and of course that shield here is going to come off, and then this little screw here needs to be moved. This is like the function switch, switching between tape and radio and so forth. And then over here there's also some hidden screws. These need to come out too. Now I believe there is a screw right here on the bottom right if we're looking at it from the back, and I found one up here, so I'm thinking maybe those are the last screws. No, there's actually one more right here holding this little board in place. That has to come out too, so that's 3 screws then. So once that's all up, this here needs to be carefully removed, exposing this, and you got to be real careful with these wires here. Once you remove the chassis and turn it over, you can easily get to the counterbelt from here. So in order to get to the drive belts, this screw here needs to come off, and then you need to take off the flywheel plate here. Like that, and then here everything is basically exposed. You can get to it now easily.